Hello, welcome back to the video series of Medix Rise. Today we are going to discuss an important topic of pheochromocytoma. Let's first break the word. Pheo means dark or dusky, chromo means color, cyto means cells, and oma means tumor. So it is a dark colored tumor of adrenal gland which is situated on the upper pole of kidney and consists of two parts, cortex and medulla. It is the most common adrenal medulla tumor found in the adults. It is mainly derived from chromaffin cells, which are in turn derived from neural crest cells. Hence, it is a type of neuroendocrine tumor. It is mainly found in the age of 40 years. It can originate either from adrenal medulla or can also originate extraadrenally. In 90% of cases, it is seen in adrenal medulla, but in 10% of cases, it is seen extraadrenally, which is known as paraganglioma. Let's talk a little about paraganglioma sites. Following are the sites as you can see in the diagram. The first most common site is organ of Zuckerkandl, which is a type of chromaffin body and can either be found at the bifurcation of aorta or near the origination of inferior mesenteric artery. The second site can be on para-aortic sympathetic chain, and the third site can be bladder wall. Now let's talk about an interesting feature found in pheochromocytoma, that is rule of 10. So in 10% of cases we'll see that the tumor is bilateral, malignant, familial, extraadrenal and seen in pediatric age group and lacks hypertension. Now let's talk about some mutations. The first mutation seen in pheochromocytoma is of cluster 1, which is seen in VHL gene von Hippel-Lindau syndrome, cluster 2 in red gene seen in MEN2 syndrome, and the third one is neurofibromatosis type 1. Let's talk about the clinical features, which you can remember by a simple mnemonic of 5 P's. The first is pressure, that is hypertension, which is also the most common presentation. Second is pain, represented as headache. Third is perspiration, seen as profuse sweating in the patients. Next is palpitation, seen as tachycardia, and the last is pallor. Now let's see the pathology of pheochromocytoma. Grossly, we are going to see a yellow tan colored tumor, which is a characteristic feature of all the neuroendocrine tumors. Now, a special thing about this tumor is that if you're going to incubate the fresh tissue with potassium dichromate, you're going to see a dark brown color, which is because of the oxidation of catecholamines present in this tumor and is known as chromaffin reaction. Now, on microscopy, you're going to see a Zell-Bollen or ball of cell appearance seen here in the diagram. On magnifying this structure, we are going to see salt and pepper appearance present in the nuclei, which are the characteristic feature of all the neuroendocrine tumors. Now, let's do investigations to confirm our diagnosis. The first investigation that we perform are biochemical analysis, which can be performed in urine and serum. In urine, we are going to perform total metanephrin, which is the most specific kind of investigation, and in serum, we perform plasma metanephrin, which is the most sensitive type of investigation. The second analysis that we are going to do are imaging techniques, where the investigation of choice is going to be MRI. CT is not going to be performed here because the contrast media used in CT can precipitate the paroxysmal episodes. Now, on MRI, we are going to see Swiss cheese appearance, which you can see here in the diagram and can also compare with the photo. The third investigation is going to be a MIBG scan, which is a type of SPE-CT, that is single photon emission CT, which can identify 90% of primary tumors. The last test is going to be clonidine suppression test, in which we give 0.3 mg of clonidine to the patient and check the levels of catecholamines at 1, 2 and 3 hours respectively. If the levels are less than 500, it is a normal patient, and if the levels are increased, it is a pheochromocytoma patient. Now let's manage the patient. So for management, pre-operatively, we are going to control the symptoms of the patient. First, we are going to give alpha blockers, which are actually to control the catecholamine secretion, and then we give beta blockers to control hypertension. Remember this by a simple mnemonic A before B. The alpha blocker of choice here is phenoxybenzamine, which you can remember by the initial three letters of Phe, that is phenoxybenzamine in pheochromocytoma. The surgery of choice here is laparoscopic adrenalectomy. And remember, if the tumor is big, that is more than 8 to 10 centimeters, we are going to need a open surgery. Now let's talk a little about malignant pheochromocytoma. As mentioned earlier, it is seen in only 10% of cases and hence is rare, but it is commonly seen in extraadrenal tumor, that is paragangliomas. Now the important features to distinguish malignant from the benign are: first is increased PAS, that is pheochromocytoma of adrenal scale score. The second feature is going to be increased number of Ki67 positive cells, and the third thing is vascular invasion. There is no absolute distinguishing feature between malignant and benign except what? Metastasis. So metastasis is going to be the only distinguishing feature seen in malignant pheochromocytoma. Thank you guys for watching this video and hearing me. Follow Medics Rise for more such posts and video, and we'll see you again here. Bye.